Hey guys, another video for our How to Do Stuff in Japan playlist and our mini-series on raising children in Japan. Some of you would have seen a video we made recently showing the graduation from kindergarten ceremony that is very common in Japan. And this is the joining elementary school ceremony. So for kids starting elementary school, their first day, this is what it's like. Everyone comes in their formal clothes with their formal shoes, and then they remove their formal shoes and put on slippers, which really does take some getting used to. Of course, Japanese people are used to it, but those of us who aren't, it always seems really strange when you're wearing really formal clothes and you take off your formal shoes and you put on a pair of slippers and shuffle around the place in your formal clothes and a pair of slippers, but it's just what everybody does. So this day started by the parents and the kids going into the classroom, settling down with the books and things, and then going into the big hall. And again, as we showed you with the kindergarten graduation ceremony, it's really formal and sort of fairly somber for what it is. I mean, it's for kids, right? These kids, they start elementary school when they're 6 years old. But it's still a fairly sort of formal, somber occasion. Those people to the right of us there are all the VIPs. So there's the local City Hall guy, what's he called? Like the Lord Mayor, head of City Hall, and the head of the local police station, and the PTA president, and they're all VIPs there on the right hand side. And then opposite there's the teachers and the principal and the vice principal, and then the kids are all brought in by older kids. The oldest kids in the school, of course, are the ones that are starting grade 6 this year. So they've all been paired up with the kids that are starting grade 1 this year, and they're walking them in and sitting in their seat, showing them where to sit. Which is sort of nice. The senpai kohai thing with the older friend, senior friend, junior friend thing isn't, some people who aren't Japanese aren't real comfortable with that, because it can lead to bullying and all sorts of things, and it is a strange thing for those of us who come from societies where everybody's considered to be equal. But sometimes the senpai kohai thing is actually quite nice, and this is an example of that, where the little kids, the 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids are bringing the 6-year-old kids in and showing them where to sit. It's sort of nice. Interesting on that topic too, there was a lot of speeches, of course, and every speech, the speech from the deputy principal and the principal and the Lord Mayor and the PTA guy, everybody had very formal speeches to make, and then in the speech all of them mentioned listening to your teachers and listening to your kohai and senpai, which is sort of interesting. It's getting hammered into them right from the start, but you know, you've got to listen. Of course, listening to the teachers is always good advice, isn't it? But it's interesting that they also add, you know, listen to your senpai and your kohai. So, again, we've talked about that on previous videos. That's all very well if your senpai happens to be a compassionate person. Not so good if your senpai happens to be a bully, of course, but anyway. Here comes the national anthem, guys.
皆様のご期待に添えるよう全職員が力を合わせて子どもたちが安心して生活できる学校づくりに努めてまいります。これから先、子どもたちはたくさんの経験を積み重ねていきます。その中で多くの がら成長を開発中1年1組加藤ひとみ先生。
So introducing the teachers, and then the teachers go and stand in front of the kids. See how formal, so formal, isn't it? So disciplined. Like military, isn't it?
1年3組丸子静香先生。ひまわり3組坂井彩先生。1年4組浜田明俊先生。はい、しっかり言えましたね。今日から皆さんの担任の先生と一緒に頑張ってください。じゃあ1年生の担任の先生は元に戻ってください。
So this whole thing went for 2.5 hours, guys. So again, if you end up doing something like this, if you end up in Japan and end up doing stuff like this, again, have to be really, really patient and really observant. Some of you might have seen a video we made previously. We made a video previously, look, listen and learn. And this is a good example of that. Got to stay really on your toes, see what everybody's doing. Okay, everyone's bowing, everyone's standing up, everybody's coming over here, everyone's going over there. You can hear how quiet it is too.
Hey. 1年生の皆さん、ご入学おめでとうございます。今日から小学生ですね。皆さんは小学校生活にワクワクしていると思います。
And on and on and on. We cut down 2.5 hours down to 13.5 minutes.
本来ならばお一人お一人をご紹介させていただくのが筋ではございますが、お許しを得て来賓名簿でのご紹介に変えさせていただいております。しおりに添えてございますのでご覧ください。また
This is the school captain. So she'd be probably 11 or 12. Really long speech that she memorized. It was really quite impressive. So it's sort of like the kids have been handed over to the teachers now. So they're brought in to the room by those older kids, and now they're being taken out of after the ceremony, they're being taken out of the room by the teachers and taken to their respective classrooms. So that part of the thing, the event is over. So the VIPs are leaving. So everybody sits, and the VIPs leave first. And in order of rank too. They're sitting in order of rank. Poor old policeman got put at the back, and the people at the front are all the civic leaders. So they're in rank too. They have their senpai and kohai as well. And then the policeman got up and did a speech about safety. Road safety, and also safety from weirdos and perverts and stuff. So teacher introducing herself, and then going around all the kids calling their name, and they have to respond. Lots of explanations. See, the kids have gone to another room, and now it's training the parents up for about 45 minutes, telling the parents everything that they needed to know. And now each class of kids, there's 30 in the class, the kids all get lined up and all their parents get lined up and photo gets taken. So anyway, there it was. If you're going to raise kids in Japan, get ready for that. More videos coming soon.